Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica. I'm doing our September mid-monthlies. This will be for Cancer, Sun, and Rising Venus signs. As always, keep an open mind, take what resonates with you as it resonates with you. Watch all your signs. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you to everyone who supports my work. I'm using the Tarot of the Dream Enchantress for the main spread, and I'm using the Secret Tarot mini deck to clarify. They're so tiny and so cute. What else? The special is still running for the rest of September, and then it will stop. And yeah, I think that's about it. What's going on for Cancer, Sun, and Rising Venus signs for the rest of September 2021. Cancer, Sun, and Rising Venus for the rest of September 2021. There we go. What do we got? The Knight of Swords, the Emperor, the Ten of Swords on the mind, the World in the Foundation. So something has run its course. Ace of Cups in the past, the Hangman in the near future, Two of Pentacles in how you see yourself, the King of Swords in your environment, Eight of Wands in hopes and fears, and the Ace of Wands in the outcome. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands. I feel like you're free from something. You're free from something. Because the Six of Wands is a very victorious energy. The Knight of Wands, yeah. You're ready to go. You're ready to move on. Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords with the Emperor. The Emperor as a challenge. It can be where you struggle to be the Emperor and make a decisive decision. Or it could be butting heads with an authority figure, a father figure, or someone who's just very stubborn. It is very much clashing energy here. Conflict energy. Could be internal, but also external. Why? The World and the Foundation. So the reason for everything. There's again the World with the Six of Wands. There's a sense of victory. Something is known. You either something is made known and you find out. You're making something known. Something is known. It's public. It's out there. There's also a sense of victory here, or a sense of freedom. I am free. I want to be free. I want to be on my own. I want to be, Could also be the energy of cycle, recurring things, people. A trip might be significant. Crowning you, how you view things, what you're thinking. There's the Ten of Swords. You're done with something. You want to free yourself from a situation because of some sort of victory, or a sense of, okay, I'm ready to be on my own. I want to be free. I want to be by myself. There could have been a lot of conflict in the situation that pushed you to this. Or just, again, dealing with a very controlling person or a restrictive person. I also feel like, I heard you feel like you're not good enough. Someone who made you feel like you're not good enough. In the past, we have the Ace of Cups. So whatever this is, started off, it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be with, if it's work and business and stuff like that, then it's something that you loved at one point. It's something that you poured everything you had into it. You poured your resources or your heart into it. And then something happened. I feel like a lot of conflict, because it's a lot of swords. Or it's not a lot of swords, but I feel like it's a lot of swords. Ten of Swords, maybe that's what I'm looking at. But there's conflict. There's not seeing eye to eye. There's always feeling like you have to yield to someone else. Just let them win. It's easier type energy. And I feel like it's finally pushed you too far. It's pushed you to the brink. Like, I'm done. I want to be done. In the near future, we have the Hangman, You could be taking a step away from this temporarily to clear your head, make sure that this is what you really want to do. There could be distance. Someone could be leaving the situation, moving away from it, either physically or mentally or emotionally. You're definitely detaching from it, and trying to figure out a new way of doing things, trying to figure out what you want to do next. Could also be that you're waiting for something before you make your move. Yeah, you're waiting for something before you make your move. And how you see yourself, you have the Two of Pentacles. You're considering things, you're doing your pros and cons. I also feel like this is you strategizing and planning your exit from a situation. Right? Like budgeting for stuff, putting together a plan, that kind of thing. In your environment, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords could be where, you know, someone files for divorce, or someone serves someone notice, or yeah, it's definitely making it official. It's legal paperwork. And the energy of severing, cutting. In hopes and fears, we have the Eight of Wands. I feel like you have been feeling stuck in an unpleasant, to say the least, situation for a while, a good long while. And as soon as you started to contemplate the possibility of leaving that situation, it's almost like it gave you life, right? It gave you a purpose. It's like it got you excited. The Eight of Wands is like, I hope this moves along quickly. I hope the divorce works out fast. I hope, you know, the whatever notice period that I have to work, I can work something out where I don't have to do it. We could speed it up, or days go fast, or I just hope things move fast and I'm finally free. And in the outcome, we have the Ace of Wands. So you're preparing for a new beginning in your life, a new phase in your life where you are in control. You decide, you initiate, you take action. Because I feel like until now you have been looking to someone else because of either feeling like, I don't know enough about this, so I'll just do what they say, or I don't really think I could handle this, so I'm just going to go with what you say. We'll just go with your plan. Or I just want to make sure you're happy, so I'll do whatever it takes. So yeah, we'll go with your plan. It's fine. So restricting yourself, right? And always looking to someone else for answers, looking to someone else for support, looking to someone else. And that started off from an innocent place. But then I feel like someone's power went to their head pretty much. And now they're all entitled and controlling on purpose and restrictive. And it's like you don't even get an opinion. They don't even consult with you on things when they should, because you're a part of it, right? And they're like, no, this is what we're doing. Why would I ask you about it? Right? Or maybe even throwing it back in your face, like, well, you always say we'll do what I want to do, so why would this time be different? I don't like this person. I don't like this person. But you're done. You're out. You want to go out, get out. You're done. I mean, that's it. You're either waiting for the right time for something, or you're waiting for some information, or you're waiting for the new job to come through or to be confirmed, or you're waiting for whatever other options you have for one of them to pan out, so that you have something solid to move on to. But it looks like, I mean, things are moving very quickly. So by the end of September, it looks like you're out of the situation. Let's clarify some things. Okay, so let's see. Angels and guides, please clarify the energies that Cancer is dealing with for the rest of September 2021. Whatever it is, it's got you angry, man. With that Knight of Swords is your current situation. You're done. You're done trying to explain. You're done trying to meet in the middle. You're done because you've tried and it's not working. Three of Cups popped out. Okay, so let's see. What is this Knight of Swords in the current situation for Cancer? The Emperor. Yeah, you're dealing with an what is it? An immovable object, person, thing. And I feel like you have leveled up. Like I say, before you were looking to someone else because you're like, they know better. Whereas whatever has happened in the meantime, you have grown as well. And now you're the emperor as well. And you can't have two emperors in a situation. It's not going to go well, right? Because they're both stubborn. They both know what they want. They're both very much my way or the highway. They don't really know how to negotiate. They're not interested in learning how to negotiate. You know what I mean? So you leveled up. You learned a lot about yourself. You got some confidence. You got some wisdom. And when you try to talk to this person, like on the same level, they're not having it, because they're like, no, it's down to me. It's always down to me. It's my call, my decision. The Emperor as the challenge. King of Swords again. Yeah, and this is someone who's very blunt. Not as fiery as the Emperor energy, but they still share the bluntness, the rigidity, and they speak as if their truth is the truth. Okay? In a challenge position. And you're not having it. You're done. You're not having it. The World and the Foundation. What started all this? What is this? Yeah, the world is also leveling up. You have come full circle within yourself. Let's see. Clarify the World. Queen of Pentacles. Growth, development. You feel more stable and secure within yourself. You can stand on your own 2 feet. You have your own goals. You have your own long-term ideas. There's some sort of financial victory as well. Financial independence. Maybe now you're financially independent. And that is creating conflict within a relationship or a partnership of any kind, relationship, emotional or business-wise, where the other person liked the fact that they were making more money than you, or they had more power over you because they had more, right? More money, more experience, more whatever. And now that you've leveled up as well, there's a real intense power struggle going on there. What's the Ace of Cups in the past? High Priestess. There's an energy of letting it be, a little bit of avoidance, choosing not to act, choosing not to speak up, because either because you love this person or because you loved the situation as it was at the time, or because it was, you were happy with it as it was at one time. Right? And you chose not to act. You chose not to have a bigger voice in it or a bigger part in it. Does that make sense? You chose to take the back seat. You chose to take a more passive role. And now that you've learned about yourself, you've leveled up, you know what you want, you know who you are, and you're trying to communicate to this person, and they keep pushing you, and they're very blunt and they're very rude, and you're not having it. The Ten of Swords crowning you. Yeah, the Four of Swords. You've been going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I, for a while. I feel like you've given this person time. You've given this person the benefit of the doubt. You've given this person, you've tried, right? You've tried. And there's also, with the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords, you don't want to talk anymore. It's like you don't want to talk, you don't want to see this person anymore. With the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords, you might just pick up and go. And you're like, talk to my lawyer or something like that, you know what I mean? What's this Hangman in the near future? This could be the energy of Pisces for some. So we have the Magician that flipped over. Planning your new beginning, and the Two of Cups. With the Judgment, you want to go back to something. You want to go back to something else. Could be another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. Because you want to go back to a partnership that was fair. But I feel like at the time, or it had the potential to be fair. A fair partnership was offered to you. For whatever reason, you didn't see it as such, or you didn't value it or appreciate it, or whatever the case may be. You had to go through this situation. I also feel like for some of you, this is having to go through this situation to see the other side of it, right? And now you're like, okay, I see that this is not okay. I see that this is not what I want. And I see the value of what I had before, what I could have had before. I feel like you're trying to go back and resurrect something. Because you have learned from this experience that it was truly a fair partnership, a balanced partnership, a healthy partnership, where both parties, because that's the Two of Cups, equal give and take, right? Mutual respect, mutual love, mutual support. You might be going from something that was codependent because you've learned about the pattern. There's been a lot of internal growth here. And you've learned a lot about the types of relationships you are attracted to and why, the types of partnerships you get yourself into, your attitude to a partnership, towards a partnership, your attitude towards yourself, what you can do, etc. You're leveling up. You're so happy and excited to tell this person, to show this person, this is everything I've learned about myself. I'm so happy. I'm so confident. I found myself. I know what I want. This person just wants to keep putting you down because for them it worked for you to be passive, for you to just, be seen and not heard. Sorry. And you're like, oh, okay, that's okay. Well then, fine, I'm done then. I don't have to be here. I don't have to take this. I have something else that I want to go back to because actually I've learned that was something amazing and fair and balanced and beautiful. And you might be reaching out to this person. And maybe you're here waiting to hear back from the person that you're reaching out to before you proceed with walking away from this situation. Let's see what this Two of Pentacles is in your, how you see yourself. The Wheel. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You see yourself ready to take a chance. This is also an energy of cycles. It's also an energy of just going with it. You can't control the wheel, man. You're like, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to have faith. But where does that come from? It comes from the fact that you've learned about yourself, that whatever happens, you can have your own back. You don't need someone to have your back, right? You can have your own back. And now you're like taking chances and being open to change doesn't scare you as much. Because you're like, I'll be okay. I'll make it work, whatever it is. King of Swords in the environment. Seven of Cups flipped over. Seeing the truth, speaking the truth. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, splitting up assets. Splitting up money. Drafting up an agreement. If I take this, you take that. Something along those lines. The Eight of Wands in Hopes and Fears. We have the Two of Swords. With the Eight of Swords. Another 8. You're afraid of getting stuck again. I feel like if you don't go with the momentum now that you have it, you're afraid that you'll talk yourself into staying in this situation. And maybe this person that you're reaching out to is taking their time getting back to you. And that kind of puts a damper on things for you. And you're starting to question things. Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. Let's see what the Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're like, Walking away from an unfair situation where you always feel lacking, you always feel like you're not good enough, you always feel like you don't really deserve to be heard because you don't know what you're talking about, right? Because you want a more balanced connection, a more balanced partnership. A fair one. Death card. Yeah, you're definitely leaving a situation behind because it's unfair. Because it's just lacking on so many levels. 10 of Wands, yeah. And you're starting over in a different direction. Is it with this person or opportunity that you're reaching out to, that you're manifesting? The Knight of Wands. It could be. It could be, because this is where you set your sights and you just go, right? The Knight of Wands doesn't need a lot more. The Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, the Six of Cups under the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going back to someone. Maybe you're waiting to hear if someone is single or if someone is available. Or you're doing some research before you reach out to this person directly because you want to, hopefully get a positive answer or get a favorable answer. This could also be leaving a business partnership and focusing on your own endeavors, starting your own business, or partnering up with someone else, a different person, a different company. But you've done a lot of, growing up, maturing, leveling up, a lot of inner work. With the World card, you look different. It's physical, right? Your inner is reflected in the outer. So you could have changed your look, changed your wardrobe, why? Because you're a different person. You look different as well, right? I do want to say this could also be something happening internally, I do have to say, because we also have the High Priestess there, where you are conquering your own self-limiting beliefs. It's not necessarily that you leave a partnership or you leave a relationship or whatever the case may be. It's just that it just transforms completely with the Death card. Because you're now ready and willing to be an equal partner in that situation, in that dynamic. And then it becomes a matter of learning how to communicate. Because for some, I feel like this partnership that you're in, it has the potential to be fair and balanced. It does. But you've seen yourself as less than the other person for whatever reason. And for some, the other person might have made you feel that way, or for others, it just became the new normal, right? And so all of this could be going on internally. And then you start to communicate. But I feel like it's a different style of communication that reflects the new you. Okay? I feel like you're more businesslike. Even in romantic relationships, I feel like, okay, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's put it down on paper. Let's do the pros and cons. What do I want to do? What do you want to do? How do we find a way in the middle? So it's not a matter of one of us has to give in anymore, if that's what the issue was, or if that's something that you defaulted to. Okay? Either way, it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's like you're busting out. You're busting out into the world as a new Cancer. And it's beautiful. It really is. So whether you're staying in a dynamic, but you're now stepping up to the plate, or you're leaving, for a lot of you, it will be leaving a dynamic because the other person does not want you to be on the same level with them. They're not comfortable with that. They're trying to fight you every step of the way. And going back to something from the past, because the reason I say that is because I have the Wheel of Fortune here, I have the Judgment card here, and the Two of Cups here, and the Six of Cups there. So going back to something that you viewed as that was fair, That was how it should be. That was what I want, right? But for whatever reason, it didn't work out in the past. Because there's been a lot of learning going on here, where you got to see both sides of the coin. Maybe in the past, you were this person that was uncomfortable with being on the same level with the other. Or you were this person that had some sort of control issue. Right? And now you saw the flip side of that. You were the receiver of that. Either way, Cancer, whatever you want to do here, follow through. Trust yourself. It's a brand new day. You're a brand new you. It's time to have more balance in your life, right? It's time to be heard. It's time to be seen. It's time to be taken into account. Just make sure you maintain the balance. Don't overcorrect and become the emperor, this guy here, right? Where you're like, I need to be heard and it needs to be my way, right? Because you've learned both sides now, so you know how to talk in a fair way. You know how to look at things in a fair way, in a balanced way. Okay? So I'll leave it there. It's really great. It's beautiful. Let me know how it makes sense to you. If it applies, be sure to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, any other sign you want to watch, honestly. Have a great rest of the month, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.